If you're trying to grow your business or you're struggling in your business, you're doing it wrong. My name is Sarah, and I am the owner of Alignment Online Marketing. And I've been doing SEO and marketing for 17 years, something like this. And lately, I'm a connoisseur of all things what they call manifestation, spirituality these days, but I believe it is just who we are and how we function. So let's get into it. So why do I say if you're trying in your business or you're struggling in your business, you're doing it wrong? Because running a business, just like anything in life, every single thing we do in life, if you're trying, it means you're not doing. And why do I say that? I mean, that's obviously from Star Wars, from Yoda, but it is truth. Because trying is that you're in a mindset of trying. So you're observing trying. So what you're focusing on is trying. So you'll always be trying. If you're struggling in your business and you're talking about struggling and you're focusing on struggling, that's what you're doing. That's what you always do. Struggle. Because we create our reality. And I know it's oversaid and overdone. But how does it relate to those of us who have a business, who are trying to run a business, who are working hard to be successful, to do the right things, to find the right way to market ourselves, to find the right way to do all the tasks we need to do in the business? What does that mean for us? It means that we were taught everything backwards. We were taught how to do things in the backwards way, meaning first you work hard and then you get the life you want. You are the person you want. Or first you see the good results that you want and then you can be happy. So this is all backwards. And what we're discovering now in this day and age, this amazing day and age, is that based on quantum science, quantum physics, it's the observer that makes the particle condense into particle and not wave. So it is our observation that produces the results in our life, the reality, what we see. So when you observe that your life and your business and your this is hard, struggling, trying, when you observe that, that's what it is and that's what it stays. And the reason it never changes, or it changes a little bit here and there, is all in your head, all in your, not even thoughts, in your awareness. What are you aware of? Who are you being? So what I'm trying to teach myself these days is how to be what I want to be instead of just being what I feel like I currently am right now, what I observe that I am right now. We've been taught the backwards way, that it's our reality that we are reacting to. So I am unhappy because of my situation around me. It's not, I have no control over that. But we know now that we have control over that. But how do we assert control? How do we take control? How do we work hard to get that control? And it's all about, we don't work hard. The actions that we need to do for any situation. You want your business to be successful. So you need to take actions for that. Yes. But it depends on from who you are that you take those actions. Who are you when you take those actions? Are you an unsuccessful business owner that struggles and tries? And when you take those actions as that. So that's what you get. You get a business where you have to struggle and you have to try and you're unsuccessful. So it's all about changing that awareness of who you are. You are not your body and your mind and your thoughts and this reality that you're in. You are higher than that. We can think about that if we can think about who we are, if we can think about our body, if we can observe our body, if we can be aware of our body, then we're not actually that physical body. We're something that is observing that. If we can observe our thoughts, think about our thoughts, we're observing them. So we're not actually the thoughts. We're not actually the brain. We're the thing that's observing. So that thing that's observing is not affected by anything around. It's always whole and perfect and never affected, never hurt, can never change. The thing that changes is the things we observe. So it's all about changing how we observe. How do you look at things? How do you look at your business? Do you say that your business is successful? Do you say that your business is doing amazing? Now, I've worked many years with many businesses. And one thing I've noticed is that a lot of business owners, when things happen and times get hard, stuff comes up in reality, they tend to talk about their business, especially to me, about how unsuccessful it is, how it's not doing well, how it's out of their control. So as the marketing person, I am in control of that, and I need to fix that for them because it's something outside of their control. It's something that is affecting their business, and they are very upset, and they are sad, and they are struggling, and they are trying. And it's been one of those things that it's very difficult for me to say to those clients what I'm saying to you now. And so that's where I'm opening up my vulnerability here and starting to make this series of videos. This is my first, to share the things that I'm learning so we can go through this together. And same I do with my kids. I hope that they're going to learn it now and not when they're in their 40s, because it is much easier the younger we learn it. So no matter what your age, no matter what type of business you have, no matter where you are in your journey in life, okay, you always, at every single point, have control over your awareness and where you put it. I'm watching a series of videos by Chris the Wiz, and I absolutely love what he's saying. One of his examples is, it's like you go into a shed. The shed is your reality. Okay, the shed is not all there is. Okay, but inside the shed is your reality, and you have a flashlight, and you shine that flashlight on the lawnmower. Okay, and you're like, I don't want a lawnmower. I want a Lamborghini. I don't want a lawnmower. So now I need to. I've got this lawnmower. This is what I have. This is what there is. Right? There's a lawnmower. So now you're thinking, okay, now I have to work hard to try to figure out how to change this lawnmower into a Lamborghini. I don't know how to do that. It's so hard. It's difficult. It's impossible. How am I going to do that? No, but I got to work hard, and I got to try, and I got to struggle, because that is what makes good business or whatever in life, right? Because the struggle, the working hard. Like Esther Hicks says, people only make statues for people that struggled hard and sacrificed and suffered. Okay, but this is not what it's supposed to be. Life is supposed to be good. It's supposed to be enjoyed, and you're supposed to go on this journey and enjoy the journey. So, at any point, you can change your awareness and move that flashlight to the Lamborghini that's on the other side of the shed, or to, the, I don't know, whatever else you want, but chest full of money that's on the other side. And there's all kinds of things in that shed that are there, okay, that exist. But you're shining the light and focusing your awareness on the lawnmower, something that you don't want. So that's exactly what we do in life. We're focusing on the things we don't want because they're in our face. And I know because, I'm all the time, you see the bills, you see the bank accounts, you see the debts you need to pay. When you run a business, there are debts, but does it have to be that way? That's what is in our awareness. In my mind, I always understood that in order to have a business, you need to have debt. It just goes hand in hand. Or that in order to have a successful business, you need to work hard. It goes hand in hand. However, it doesn't. And that is just something that somebody told us or got into our belief system because of what we saw. We saw our parents working hard and barely making it. Or we saw our parents saying that rich people are bad. Or we saw, the only way that our parents or family got something was because they struggled and they suffered. And all of those things, it's just, it's not real. It's not, it doesn't really exist. It's just a belief. Okay. And what I always tell my friends and family, all we have is right now. In this moment, there's no real proof that the past is there, that the future is there. We live constantly in this moment, in this moment. So in this moment, where is your awareness? Where does your awareness sit? Does it sit on you being a successful business person? Or does it sit on you having to struggle to make your business run? Does it sit on you being a loved, cared for, loving partner? Or does it sit on you have struggles with your relationships? Does it sit on you being an amazing, wonderful parent with lovely kids? Or does it sit on it's very hard to be a parent and the kids are driving me nuts, but I love them? You know, what are you telling yourself every day about the things that are important to you? Because they're in your life. Yes, you're going to be aware of them, but change the way you're aware of them. Change the how. You are not those things. Okay? You are the awareness observing those things. So you have control on how you observe everything in your life. And one last thing before I go, I was always told by my father, who I love very much and miss him very much, that whatever it was, headache or, you know, usually something pain in the body when I was a kid, he would say, if you ignore it, it'll go away. And this is one thing that I just spoke with my mom about today. Yes, we've been told that. We see that it happens. Just a little tidbit of my life. I used to have sores in my mouth when I was a child, really bad ones. Like doctor said I had too much acid in my saliva and it was just so painful. And I tried everything through my life, all kinds of the medicines they gave me to put on, the powders, the burning them, all kinds of stuff that they did to me and tried, and medicines and prescriptions and this. Nothing worked. Actually, everything I did just made it worse. Okay. What I discovered as a teenager was that when I forgot about it, it went away much faster than any attention I put to it. When I put attention on it, it would stay for longer. So it's the same in our life. The things we don't want, just turn your flashlight away from them and put your flashlight on something else. And maybe you're not going to see that Lamborghini right away. You need to move through a process. Maybe you're going to see, wow, I have an abundance. You want your business to be successful so that you can have money to be financially free, okay? And to do all the things you can do with your family and to make savings and all these things. You have a reason for that. So maybe focus on the things that you do have in abundance, like an abundance of love from your kids and your family and your significant other, or an abundance of beautiful sky outside. Whatever you can put your mind on, move to that and focus on that and spend time on that every day as much as possible. I try to do in the morning when I wake up, just stay in that kind of drowsy moment and just let my mind flow to what I call future memory, what people call future memory, which is seeing something that is a possible future as if it's a memory. So, because we don't know, but I enjoy spending that time in there, seeing the kids playing in the big backyard, beautiful sun, nice cup of coffee in my hand, and enjoying the morning. So I spend time in that as much as possible. I spend time in the fact that I have so many people that I'm helping with their businesses, with their life, whatever, because that's what I want to do. I want to share this information that I'm getting, process it through my awareness, and present it as best I can. And this, I hope, was helpful to you. If it was, please subscribe, like, all those things. It really helps. And if you need any help with your business, I work with local businesses. I work with other businesses. I do a lot of consulting for business owners on marketing, online marketing, SEO, things like that. I've worked for many years. So if you need help with any of that, I can help with that, as well as how to get your mind in the right place for your business. I hope this helps. Thank you so much. See you next time.